What's going on, my broskies? My name is Toadskii, back again, here to bring you guys yet another One Piece Treasure Cruise video. Grand Party, and day number 3 is live, and we're going to go ahead and use pretty much the same team that I've been using the last few days, and the team's been working pretty well. I'm not really a big fan of utilizing the side team that much. I do feel like there are some opponents that I feel like it's gonna kind of get wrecked against, but at the same time, like, Sai has always been somewhat reliable, so I do like it against especially powerhouse and driven focused teams, mainly due to Wano lore, debuffing them as we always talk about. But you know, Luffy's cool to use, Gear 5 Luffy that is, but it is annoying because I do have my 6-star plus Luffy with max investments, level 150, limit break expansion, the works. But then going back to this Luffy, this is just a base Luffy, level 99, not even expanded, you know, so the difference in power is quite high. However, if I did have 2 Luffys with max investments, then I would feel way more comfortable utilizing a team such as this. But either way, we're able to secure victory against this first team, which is a pretty obscure one, but we got the win there. And then moving on to the second game of match number 1, it ended up being a Free Spirit mirror match. However, luckily for me, my opponent did not have Nami and Karina, which gives me a pretty big advantage heading into this game. Nami, Karina, we talk about them extensively. They're just incredible in almost every way. They're just a great unit to have. And when you find yourself in a situation where you have Nami, Karina, and your opponent does not, it definitely gives the match a little bit of an edge in your favor, as you're able to special reverse them, as we see here, special reversing the Gear 5, the Sanji, the Odin, so that we can use our specials before the opponent. It's just awesome, and it works out so well. This team has great synergy with Sanji, of course, using his special to increase your character's special CT, and being able to launch your specials even quicker. As Nami, Karina, you can see we used her before, she's already ready again. Using her almost 2 times in the first 50 seconds is pretty absurd. In a lot of cases, you're just going to win because of that alone. We already see that Luffy Gear 5 in this match got a revive already, so my opponent actually was applying a lot of pressure, but luckily for us, we were still able to secure a victory against this opponent. We do have the G5 burst where the opponent does not, and that gives us a really good chance of winning if your opponent doesn't have a Gear 5 burst. So now moving on to the secondary matchup, we have my opponent's first team is going to be an int team, but it's an int team that is built to challenge opposing Sai teams. So I didn't really want to go Sai vs int, but I felt like Free Spirit was going to be a really good matchup for me because, yes, I do have Gear 5 Luffy who is going to get a lot of debuffs from the opponent, but I'm going to have Nami, Karina, I'm going to have Sanji and Zoro, and like specifically Zoro as well. A lot of people underrate how good he actually is, and especially if you have like a lot of investments in that Enma Zoro. Dude, that counter mechanic that he has is going to be pretty disgusting. Especially when you get to like the last 30 seconds where you've got a lot of characters that are rushing to use their specials and you get like enhanced stats during that last 30 seconds. Like, Zoro just counters for so much damage, and especially if Zoro's special can be launched when he has less than half health, he gives himself a further attack and defense increase, so he just tanks hits really well, and then he just deals a bunch of damage back. Like, there have been plenty of times with Enma Zoro that I've countered for like over 10,000 damage, like 15,000 damage with a counter, and it just knocks out characters as soon as he gets touched, which is ridiculous. So got a pretty easy victory against this opposing int team here. Of course, Gear 5 burst making a big difference there. The secondary matchup is going to be a Dex team. Felt really comfortable against Dex. We've already talked about it. The rulings this season have made Dex teams very easy to get rid of due to the fact that they have less HP, less attack, and also less special CT. Dex don't really have a lot of good special CT to begin with, and due to the fact that there's characters like Servo Mask, Doflamingo, and Big Mom on my opponent's team here, Wano Lord debuffing the special CT of those units furthermore just only adds to the effectiveness of this team going up against my opponent, especially when you have a Gear 5 burst as well. Getting through, Dex teams who are typically pretty tanky, Gear 5 burst just melts through them, which helps a lot. And then I gotta count myself lucky for this one as we head into the third match of day number 3. This next opponent was just a random team, so that's awesome. It was automatically generated with no rhyme or reason as to why characters were on their teams. So after seeing that, I just basically knew, hey, we secured another win here. I opted to go with the Quick Slasher team first because we haven't had much of a chance to showcase them in this video today, but also because they're just the fastest team at getting through content, at least for matches. You've got like the Psy team, which can launch specials pretty quickly, due to the fact as well that we've got Gear 5 Luffy as our GP leader. He also gives like enhanced special CT to Free Spirit units. But, with the Free Spirit team, with Nami, Karina, Sanji, Zoro, and Gear 5 Luffy, the only real heavy damage dealer on that team is Gear 5 Luffy. And yes, Sanji can do some decent damage, but you're really banking on Gear 5 Luffy to be the heavy lifter for that team. So having the Roger Odin team, the Quick Slasher team, launch first, not even going to have to use the burst skill, we can just conserve that, use our natural specials to get the win really quickly. As you can see, we got like the special, we got the all of this done within 60 seconds or so, which is a pretty stock standard amount of time to get through a Rumble match. We save the Gear 5 burst. We're able to use that on that final game just to get through the opponent much faster. So that's pretty much going to wrap us up here for day number 3 of Grand Party. Once again, at the end of this clip, you're going to be seeing 2 different clips once this match is over. One clip of us changing our GP leader. Ensure that you are doing that so that it makes it easier for everyone out there in the community to get their match wins. I did see some comments saying that, it's easier just to swipe to a different team that's pre-built to be very easy, but that does not work. That does not work. You have to change the team that you just used in Grand Party for it to show up on everyone else's screens. So you have to edit the team that you just used, and I know editing teams is really a big pain in the butt in Grand Party. It's not really optimized well at all, but that is what you have to do to make it easier for everyone. Also, there's going to be a red ticket at the end of this clip as well, so you can see what I get from that. So thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. If you guys did, make sure to go ahead and leave a like, and if you want to stay up to date with all the content I post, including more One Piece Treasure Cruise content, make sure to hit the subscribe button down below. Other than that, guys, I'll see you guys within the next video.
"招いていない。